I cannot recreate the exact feeling.
Mark Anthony Myrie is a legendary reggae dancehall Jamaica artist. He's considered one of the most significant and well-regarded artists in Jamaica music. Banton has collaborated with many international artists, including those in the hip-hop, Latin and punk rock genre, as well as the son of Bob Marley. Let me tell you that Buju 2010 album, Before Dawn, won the Grammy Award for the Best Reggae Album at the 53rd Annual Grammy Award. Buju was born to Miss Merlene and his father was Mr. Benjamin Myrie. To my knowledge and understanding, Buju has 6 children, 3 girls and 3 boys. Sade Myrie, Jordan Myrie, Abihail Myrie, Mark Myrie, Jazeel Myrie, and Jahil Myrie.
It's a take my shit. Don't pay me. Yeah, so she took me out the roundabout and had me beside.
Buju Banton is the 15th of July, 1973, and he is 48 years old at the time of this production. Also known to many as Gargamel, and he affiliates the labels such as Techniques, The Penthouse, Mercury, Polygram, Loose Cannon, Island VP, Gargamel Music, and Rock Nation Records. Banton released a number of dancehall singles as early as 1987, but came to prominence in 1992 with the 2 albums Stamina, Daddy, and Mr. Mention, the latter becoming the best-selling album in Jamaica history. Upon his release that year, Banton also broke the record for #1 singles in Jamaica, previously held by Bob Marley and the Wailers. He signed with the major label Mercury Records and released Voice of Jamaica in 1993. By the mid-1990s, Banton music became more influenced by his Rastafari faith, as heard on the seminal albums Till, Shiloh, and In Heights. Buju Banton was born in Kingston, Jamaica, in an area known as Barbican Road, Kingston 8. Buju, nickname given to him by his mother as a child. Banton is a Jamaican word that refers to someone who is a respected storyteller, and it was adapted by Myrie in tribute to the DJ Buju Banton, who he admired as a child. Buju emulated Buru's rough vocal and forceful delivery, developing his own distinctive style. Buju's mother was a higgler or a street vendor, while his father worked as a laborer at a tile factory. Buju was the youngest of 15 children, born into a family that was directly descended from the Maroons of Jamaica. However, viewers and subscribers, Banton has homes in Jamaica and Tamarack, Florida, United States. I know that recently I said that Buju has 6 children, but by doing further research, he apparently have 15 children, viewers and subscribers. As a youngster, Buju would often watch his favorite artists perform at outdoor show and local dancehall in Demonton. At the age of 12, he picked up the microphone for himself and began toasting under the nickname of Gargamel, working with the Sweet Love and Rambo Mango sound system. In 1986, Buju was introduced by producer Robert French by a fellow DJ Clement Irie, and Buju's first single, entitled Ruler, was released not long afterward in 1987. This led to recording sessions with producers such as Patrick Robert, Bonnie Lee, Winston Riley, and Digital B. In the 1990s, Buju joined Donovan Jermaine's Penthouse record label and began a fruitful partnership with producer Dave Kelly, who later launched his own Mados record label. Buju is one of the most popular musicians in Jamaica history, having major chart success. In 1992, Buju both sang Bogle and Love Me Browning, both massive hits in Jamaica, controversial Europe over Love Me Browning, which spoke of Banton's penchant for lighter skin, black woman, me love my car, me love my bike, me love my money and thing, but most of all, me love my Browning. Some accuse Banton of denigrating the beauty of darker skinned black women. In response, so Banton released a song entitled Love Black Woman, which spoke of his love for dark skin and beauties. Me no stop cry for all black women, respect to all the girls them with dark complexion. In 1992 was an explosive year for Buju as he broke Bob Marley's record for the greatest number 1 singles in a year. Buju's rough voice dominated the Jamaican airways for the duration of the year. Banton's debut album, Mr. Mention, includes many of his greatest hits from that year, including Bonafide, Love, featuring Wayne Wonder, the singer who first brought Buju out as a guest star on the annual Jamaica stage show, Sting. And in 1992 also saw the unsanctioned release of Boom Bye Bye, a controversial song recorded several years earlier when the artist was 15 years old, which resulted in a backlash that threatened to destroy his career. Several years later, the song would later become the subject of outrage in the United States and Europe, leading to Banton being dropped from the lineup of the WOMAD Festival as well as numerous other scheduled performances. Banton subsequently issued a public apology. Now on the major Mercury Polygram label, Banton released the hard-hitting Voice of Jamaica in 1993. The album includes a number of conscious tracks. These tracks include Deportees, a song which criticized those Jamaicans who went abroad but never sent money home. Tribal War, a collaboration with Tony Rebel, Brian and Tony Gold and Terry Ganzi, a sharp condemnation of political violence that interpolates Littoral's classic reggae song of the same name, and Willie, Don't Be Silly, which promotes safe sex and the use of contraceptive, particularly the condom profits from which were donated to a charity supporting children with AIDS. Banton was invited to meet Jamaica Prime Minister P.J. Patterson and won several awards that year at the Caribbean Music Award and the Canadian Music Award. Some of Banton's lyrics dealt with violent themes, which he explained as reflecting the image that young Jamaicans were present with by the news media. The reality of Kingston violence was brought home in 1993 by the murderers in separate incidents of 3 of his friends and fellow recording artists, the DJ Panhead and Dirtman and singer Mikey Simpson. His response was a single murderer, which condemned gun violence going against the flow of the prevailing lyrical content in dancehall. The song inspired several clubs to stop playing songs with the excessively violent subject matter. Late in 1994, Buju was also affected by the death of his friend Garnet Silk. Transformation continued as he embraced the Rastafari movement and began growing dreadlocks. His performance and musical release took on more spiritual tone. Banton toured Europe and Japan playing solo shows. Till Shiloh in the 1995 was a very influential album, incorporating live instrumentation as well as digital rhythm and incorporating the sounds of roots reggae, along the harder edge dancehall sound that first made Banton famous. The artist was embracing his Rastafari faith and his new album reflect these beliefs. Till Shiloh successfully blend conscious lyrics with a hard-hitting dancehall vibe. The album includes earlier singles such as Murderer, along with Wanna Be Love, Untold Story. Buju collaborated with artists such as Barry Saman, Toots Ebert. In 1998, Buju met punk band Rancid and recorded 3 tracks with them, songs such as No More Misty Days, Hooligans, and Life Won't Wait. In March 2003, Buju released the album entitled Friends for Life, which features about political flaws against the African tribe. However, in 2006, Buju Banton's song entitled Driver became a massive hit song, and at the same time reviving Sly and Robbie Taxi Rhythm. Banton also performed at the 2007 Cricket World Cup opening ceremony with Third World and with Barry Saman. The album Rasta God Soul was released in 2009, produced by Banton himself, with contribution from longtime collaboration Donovan Germain, Stephen Marsden, and Wycliffe John. Sadly, in 2009, the reggae superstar was arrested on drug-related charges in the United States, and his first trial resulting in an hung jury. He was convicted in 2011 on the aforementioned criminal charge and was imprisoned in the US until December 2018, whereupon he was released and deported back home in Jamaica.
First started, she said, yam, banana, orange, and all kind of stuff. And
Banton started a long walk to Freedom Tour and performed his first concert at National Stadium in Kingston, Jamaica. In March 2019, the concert attracted over 30,000 people. During his tour, Banton continued putting out new music and new singles, including Bagamote and False Pretense and Country for Sale. In 2019, Banton released Country for Sale, the song topped the iTunes reggae chart. Within minutes after the announcement of its release, the song was recorded at Gargamel Music Studio, Donovan Germain own recording studio in the corporated era. On the 12th of November of the same year, Banton released his first official music video entitled Trust. The video marked the first anniversary of Banton release from prison and was produced in collaboration with Dave Kelly and directed by Kyron Khan. The track peaked at number 1 on the Billboard Reggae Digital Song Sales Chart. Banton announced his partnership with Jay-Z Rock Nation in November of that year, becoming the second Jamaican reggae artist be represented by the agency, which coincided with the release of his music video Stepper. Banton also announced that Island Record will be the distributor of the collaboration New Music. In January 2020, Buju was featured on the Bad Boys for Life soundtrack, which was produced by DJ Khaled. His song entitled Murder, She Wrote, was a nod to a 1992 dancehall classic called Murder, She Wrote by Jamaican reggae duo Chaka Demus and Pliers. On 29th of February 2020, Buju produced a Steppers rhythm under his own Gargamel music label. The rhythm released under Rock Nation featured 11 tracks and include contribution from Version, Deli Ranks, Agent Sasko, Bling Dog, and General B. Banton released his 13th studio album and his first in a decade, entitled Upside Down 2020 on the 26th of June 2020. The album includes guest appearances from John Legend, Pharrell, Steph London, and Stephen Marley. Buju appeared on the track Believe What I Said by Kanye West of his 2021 album Danda. Banton has been criticized for the lyrical content of his song entitled Boom Bye Bye, which was released when he was 19 years old. In 1992, the song has been interpreted as a supporting the murder of gay men. In 2009, gay rights group appealed to venue around the United States not to host Buju Banton.
Works because it's totally impossible. It's like